everyone. Good afternoon to the reviewers, moderator, and everyone attending this conference. My name is Alisha, and my colleague is Bennett. We are happy to share our research with you today. In today's fast changing world, keeping business running over time is a huge challenge, right? That is exactly why we decided to look deeply into how family business in Indonesia can survive and thrive from generation to generations. Our presentation title was Validating Family Business Measurements, Ensuring Applicability in Indonesian Context. We are from Bina Nusantara and Binus Business School, Jakarta, Indonesia. So, why did we do this research? As a researcher in Indonesia, we notice a big problem. We need a way to measure family business success that actually fits our local culture. We want to stop just copying Western ideas that don't always apply here and instead create something that truly helps for family business in our own country. Let's look at why this matters. All over the world, and especially here in Indonesia, family business SMEs are the backbone of our economic growth. But in Indonesia, this business work in such a unique way. They are deeply rooted in Eastern culture, and the relationship between parents and children and their children can be very complex. In real life, we see a big communication gaps. The older generation and younger generation often have a different values, and trust can be a tricky issues. The problem is most tools we use to study this were made in the West. Because of that, they miss important things like deep emotions, the local feeling, and the strong loyalty we see in the Indonesian family. To fix this, we use a few main ideas to guide our work. First is stewardship theory. This theory just means that good successor cares more about keeping the business healthy for the long run than about their own ego. Second is value congruence theory. This theory tells us that if the founders and the successors share the same personal value, they will fight a lot less. Third, we know that good communication is the key, but here is the catch. Western surveys don't really capture how Asian families talk. In Indonesia, communication is often one way from top to the bottom because younger people show so much respect to their elders. Because of this issue, we saw three big gaps in the current research. First, the tools are too Western. Second, they ignored local culture or dynamics. And third, very few tools have actually been tested on Indonesians' family business. So our main goal is simple. We want to create and test a survey for family business successions that actually makes sense for the Indonesian culture. So based on context of Indonesian. Our new tool focuses on four things: cultural value, communication patterns, trust, and intergenerational. So, how we do it? We follow a strict process to build and test our skills. We started with a big list of 62 questions, items based on the theories. Then we did a first test with 31 people to see if the questions made sense. After that first check, we dropped some bad items and improved the others, then leaving us with 47 questions. Then we did a final sticker test with a new group of 31 people. From that, we picked the absolute best. Most useful is 16 items were developed. The great news is when we check the reliability, which means how consistent the survey is, we got a score of 0.88. In statistics, that is an excellent score. It means our 16 questions tools is very strong and reliable. Now, let's talk about what we found, yeah. These 16 questions turn out to be really good at catching what actually happens in real life. For example, the questions clearly show how communication is often just one way because of the Sungkan culture. They also show that trust is often unbalanced between protective parents and their children who wants to change things. In theory, our tools prove that businesses only stay happy and calm if they respect local culture values. Our work helps in two ways, academically and practically. Academically, it gives researcher a proven tool made for Indonesia. Practically, business owner or consultant or even HR can use this simple survey to see if a family ready for a leadership change. To wrap up this part, we successfully created 16 items tools or 16 questions tools that works well, is reliable, and fits perfectly with Indonesian family business culture. The best thing about this tool is that it makes a very complicated topic is easy to measure with just 16 questions while still being statistically excellent. This means researcher can use it for more studies in Asia and local business owner can use it as a quick subject to make sure they hand over their business smoothly and without any conflicts. Of course, like any study, yeah, um, our is not perfect and there is room to be improved. First, our test group focused mainly on making sure the language was clear. So we haven't tested on thousands of real family business yet. Second, testing with 31 people per stage is a small group, so we can't say it applies perfectly to everyone everywhere. Third, we only did basic testing so far, so we have not used advanced statistics like CFA yet. Because of this, we recommend that future studies use advanced tests like CFA or SAM to double check the model and to try this survey with real business owners all over Indonesia. Finally, we truly believe that family business in Indonesia are more than just place to make money. They hold our culture, history, and values, and we need to protect them. We hope our 16 questions tools is a very good step to help family business survive and thrive for many generations. That is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for listening. We are now happy to take any questions you might have.